Well, Wednesday, additional thoughts, Nicki Minaj, Pink Print. I thought about introducing myself in this video as Barb the Pop Pop because I like that joke. I was pretty happy that it popped into my mind. But then I started thinking about the term Barb and what that means to be a hardcore Nicki Minaj fan. And I was like, it's not really appropriate for me, someone who's listened to one album for 5 days, to consider myself a Barb. So, I'm officially not announcing myself as that, but I just wanted to share that joke with you because I was pretty happy with that one. Pretty good. Pink Print's great. It's great. I was looking at the track listing. I was listening to it. What's kind of neat is the length of the album. I can listen to the first half on the way to work and the second half on the way home. So I've gotten a lot of listens in. Was listening to it a bunch over the weekend. This whole thing grew on me. The whole thing. Now, I'm still not a huge fan of four-door Aventor, whatever the fucking car name is. But the ones that are in the middle, like during the reaction, I was like, it feels like it's losing a little bit of steam or whatever. Those grew on me. I enjoy them. I enjoy the whole album. Enough that I can just put it on. I just put it on and it plays from top to bottom. No skips, no problems. Enjoy the whole thing. Sometimes I feel like, this album was a little, well, not necessarily too ambitious. The album itself is very ambitious, right? A lot of serious songs, a lot of great club songs. And you can hear, even on the tracks that didn't necessarily blow up, like Trinidad Girls, not the biggest song on the album, right? You can hear that attempt to really make it a banger with some of the sounds that they're putting in there, all these kind of pop elements. Same thing with Want Some More, Favorite. Some of those songs that are good, they're solid songs, but they just didn't blow up. I feel like the whole album, though, from top to bottom, is very ambitious. Every single song, we're gonna put everything we got into it. We're gonna make it sound amazing. We're gonna make it playable. We're gonna get some big names in here, across the board for the most part, right? And I think for the most part, it hits those goals. It reaches that level. But of course, it's hard to make every single song a massive hit. It just doesn't really work out that way. But I really enjoy this album. Oh yeah, I've got a couple notes here. The one thing about, what was it was it Anaconda? I can't remember the track right now. Because why would I? I'm recording. I'll remember when I'm not recording, when it doesn't matter. Right now I have to look stupid. But the line, she's with a hood girl looking back at it, and with a good girl and all this. I didn't know looking back at it meant looking back at your own ass. So on the reaction, I'm trying to understand it and assigning this reflective quality to the line when that's not even close to what it was, which is fun. It's fun when I miss things or don't understand things like that because, well, it's fun. Yeah, there you go. Another note that I have, and I said this during the reaction, I think, I'm so glad I did this right after Thriller. It's kind of neat how it all worked out just coincidentally, doing these darker, heavy albums for October and then kind of getting just, okay, too much. I need to take a break, catch a breather, doing Thriller, enjoying it, realizing it's just for fun. You can have songs that are fun. They don't have to have all this deeper meaning, and just kind of realizing, oh, that's what pop is. And that's kind of the point of pop. When before, I think I understood that on a conceptual level, but I was never able to just enjoy it for whatever reason. I don't know. And then to roll into Pink Print and listen to Pink Print and listen to the elements that they're putting into these tracks. The beat change ups and some of the synths and all this other shit, all these different things that they're putting in. I'm like, man, I feel like Nicki was just not necessarily trying to make her own Thriller, but just trying to make a big fucking album. Big album. And I meant to look it up. I didn't do it beforehand because I ran out of time. But I was curious to see what the sales were on this. I know what this was received pretty well, but I didn't see how many copies it actually sold or anything like that. Obviously, with things like Anaconda, Feeling Myself, The Night Is Still Young, which I think is it's not quite my favorite. My favorite is Grand Piano. I'll get to that in a second. Big songs on this album. So to me, obviously a very successful album, very well done. Grand Piano I love because it put me face to face with misconception, preconceived notion, and reality, and how different those two things are. My idea, what I thought of when I thought of Nicki Minaj before listening to the album, and where I am now, it was just this massive U-turn. And it's fun because it's kind of been a little while since I've had that experience. I mean, and that's the whole, one of the big goals of the channel is when exploring different artists and different albums is confronting these wrong ideas that exist in my head about whatever it is, about gang life, about drug abuse, about, promiscuity, whatever topics that float around in hip hop, right? That are tossed around as all these terrible things, and hearing how they're actually portrayed in the music. Nicki was another great experience with that because I think there's so much of a visual aesthetic that goes with Nicki Minaj. And then there's some of the raunchiness that goes into some of her songs, but the way she's portrayed compared to what she actually does in her music is so disproportionate to, I guess the range of her artistry, right? You look at media, the stories that you hear about are the things that media will show. It's just Nicki and her tits are out and her ass is out and it's all about sex and all this. And so it's just this one-dimensional character, right? When the truth is so much beyond that. Grand Piano is an amazing song. I Lied is an amazing song. All Things Go is a fantastic song. Crying Game is good. What was the other one? There was one more. Oh, By Heart, pretty good. Bed of Lies, that was the other one too. Bed of Lies is great. It's incredible. It really is incredible, just the difference between perception and reality. And I hope, another thing that was surprising to me too is seeing some of the not necessarily backlash to my reacting to this album, but people kind of turning up their nose to it, you're doing Nicki? Oh. And I wonder, okay, not that you as viewers have to enjoy every album I react to. Obviously, that's not going to be the case. But I wonder how many people have actually taken the time to listen to her. Those who were not interested in this album or this reaction or whatever, how many of them have this idea that comes from an accurate, I guess, representation of Nicki. Now, I know she's not perfect. I guess she's had some issues, and I don't know much about the issues. And honestly, I kind of like not knowing. All the stuff I've seen with Kanye lately, it makes me completely disinterested in everything he does in terms of music. I don't want to listen to Jesus is King. I don't want to listen to Donda. I have no interest in exploring Kanye anymore for other reasons. And I don't want to drag down this video talking about that. But Nicki's not perfect. If you choose not to listen to her because of those things, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that either. It's not like, people are required to listen to anybody or whatever. We all have our reasons, right? But I just wonder how many people out there who are Nicki haters, I guess, based off of ideas that are not accurate. That's all. And that was a long-winded way of coming to that statement. Oh, man. And with Grand Piano, I think I said this during the reaction. I don't remember. If someone would have played that song for me, not telling me who it was, and said, guess who this is, I would have never guessed Nicki Minaj. Never. That song's amazing. Grand Piano is fantastic. I think it's my favorite. The Night Is Still Young is super fucking catchy. That pre-chorus when the guitar is going, dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Every time I hear it, I'm just like, oh girls, let's dance. Every time. I don't know what it is. And that is such a big deal to me because I'm not into that. I don't fucking dance. I don't get it excited about music. You want to be like, oh yeah, but it's so fucking catchy. It's unbelievable to me. So that's kind of fun for me that it can elicit that kind of response. Obviously, you guys saw the Anaconda video that my wife and I did to the reaction for the video. That was a lot of fun. It's great. It really is great seeing the comments of, oh, we love it when she's involved and we hope to see more, and the chemistry that we have with each other and stuff. That's fantastic. That's just nice to see. Obviously, we do like to do those things, but often YouTube blocks them. So it was also really nice to do that reaction. I uploaded it thinking, oh, it's going to get blocked. because usually it does. And it was, oh, it didn't get blocked. I kind of intended to do an only video reaction with her as well, but we ran out of time. Maybe we'll do it. Not this week. We don't have time. Fucking full-time job and other things going on. It's tough. It's tough finding time to record. A little tidbit I found just kind of poking around, looking for like live performances with her. Like I watched a live performance of Feeling Myself with her and Beyonce. That was cool. There was something else I saw. I can't remember right now. But I accidentally stumbled upon the fact that she was the BET Best Female Hip Hop Artist 5 years in a row. Holy shit. That's impressive. Now, I don't know much about that award, but 5 years in a row, I don't care what the award is. Like, it's hard to win anything 5 times in a row. That's impressive. What else was there? I think that's kind of it. Just really surprising how much I enjoyed this. Really surprising how much I enjoyed, I think, a genre of music, like a pop area, that up until weeks ago, I was like, nah, I'm not really into pop. And the people who are in Discord, you've seen me say this. Hey, I'm not really into pop. And people go, oh, what the fuck's wrong with you? Rightfully so. But I feel like a barrier has been broken, which is cool. It's very cool. I'm very excited. Like, I almost feel like I did when I first started doing the channel. Like going, holy shit, this is really good. And just realizing something for the first time and going, oh my God, this has been here the whole time. And I had no idea. Well, I had an idea, but I just never stopped to listen to it. So this week has been so fun for that. So fun. I feel like, I feel like a kid again, but that doesn't make any sense. It feels like it did a year ago when I first started doing album reactions. It's like, wow, this is really impressive to me. This is really different from what I expected. My enjoyment of it is so much more than what I expected, you know? And I guess that's it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do Pink Friday at some point. I don't know when, but I will do Pink Friday. Yes. I'll say soon, just like everything else is soon, right? So, 5-6 years from now, I'll get to it. Tomorrow I will do a live stream, a little bit of live stream talking about changes that I'm going to make to the Buog. If you can make it, that'd be great. It's going to be a shorter live stream, probably about half an hour or so ish. It's going to be on YouTube. But I want to, if you can make it, if you can engage and leave comments and talk to me about my ideas, for evolving the Buog and making it just a little bit better for everyone, that would be great. And if not, hopefully you can just watch the video, after it posts up and leave a comment there. I have been reading comments from the other video talking about that. I don't know why I mentioned it now. I'm just repeating myself territory. Anyway, loved it. I mean, really, I did love it. And it kept growing on me and growing on me and and I was thinking, sometimes I'll do my album reaction and I start listening to it over the weekend. I'll listen to it a couple more times on Friday and over the weekend a couple times. And sometimes I'm like, I got to take a break. I don't want to burn myself out. With Pinkprint, I just kept like, oh, this is great. And the next time I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is a little bit better than I thought. Oh, shit. I just kept enjoying it more and more and more every time. It just kept growing on me. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Fucking Nicki Minaj. Oh, my God, dude. It just... like, I have a couple friends who are Kanye haters, not because of his music. They've never listened to his music, so that's why they're Kanye haters. But because of, what he does outside of music. And they've asked me before, like, you actually like Kanye? You listen? Yeah, he makes great music, blah, blah, blah. They're going to fucking... They'll be speechless when I tell them, no, I like Nicki Minaj a lot. What? Oh, God. And I get to see him soon, in a couple of weeks. So that's going to be fun telling him, oh, yeah, no, go listen to Nicki Minaj. Go, go, go. Anyway, all right. I'm going to calm down. I'm so elated. I hope you guys can see that. I'm sure that you can. It's just fucking wild to me, man. Wild. Nicki Minaj, of all people, I never thought I'd be into Nicki Minaj. But she's legit. She's cool. Great music. Great album. That's enough talking. And, of course, I always end the video talking about what I'm going to do on Friday. So, coming this Friday, I will be doing, finally getting to them,